So today we're going to get a closer look at a very telling moment in the Bryan Kohberger case. It's a late night traffic stop. We're going to get a great look at his mindset and how he reacts under pressure. And we're going to see what his nonverbal cues tell us when he's face to face with law enforcement. As a behavior analyst, things like this are gold because we get a better look at the psychology of what's going on from looking at his body language. So let's take a look at this clip I did with NewsNation on Ashley Banfield's show and break down exactly what's going on with Kohberger during this stop.
From Bryan Kohberger's case and that file, including video of Kohberger being pulled over for speeding just months before the murders. Now, he was driving that now familiar white Hyundai on the Pullman-Moscow highway in August of 2022. Take a look through the lens of a deputy's body cam.
Hey there. I stopped you going a little fast. You didn't realize this is 35?
Oh, it's 35?
It is, yeah. So you're going
41?
Yeah, 43 is what the radar said.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Do you have your license, the registration, insurance? Were you wearing your seatbelt when I stopped you? No. No? That's no good.
Just being honest with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
You guys are, there's absolutely no point not being honest.
Yeah.
You have the radar.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you have a vehicle registration slip or something like that? Okay.
Or did I give you my insurance?
Yeah, this is your insurance. That's good. Thing is, I'm on a overtime shift right now. One of the conditions is we have to enforce seatbelt laws, and so to write you a citation for that, it's $10 in Idaho. Not a huge deal, but yeah. Be right back. All right, sir. Here's your license back. It's here. Just an infraction citation. The only thing they're alleging failure to wear your seatbelt on the traffic stop. They said the fine at that's $10. You do have the right to a hearing on this if you'd like one. If you'd like hearing, you need to request it before September 8th at 8:30. Otherwise, they'll automatically be entered against you. You'll lose the right to the hearing. You just wanted to pay it. The mailing address there, website right there.
Yeah, I just have a question about that. So in terms of when you get a speeding ticket that's obviously reported to your insurance, is that the same thing with the seatbelt?
I don't think so. I think it's only moving violations that go to insurance, or things that might put points on your license.
Yeah.
But I'm not 100% sure. Okay. Could I get a phone number from you?
Yeah, why?
We need to put it on the citation as it goes to the court.
Yeah. And just for future reference, I mean, I'm obviously an honest person, right? I told you I wasn't wearing my safety belt. When people lie to you about that, say I lied to you about that, right? Just for my own knowledge. Do you honestly go back and look at that, or do you just...
With a seatbelt like this, I didn't check as I was coming up, so that's why I asked you.
Do you usually?
I should. I noticed you weren't wearing it, and I'm on this emphasis, and like I said, I'm getting paid by ICD, and they want us to enforce the seatbelt law, so I was being more aware of that. Yeah. That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, have a good night.
Isn't that fascinating? You know, we know that Kohberger, or at least Kohberger's phone, made upwards of 20 trips to the King Road area in the months leading up to the massacre. What do you think? Was that one of them? Is the future killer giving something away here without meaning to or realizing? I want to bring in Scott Rouse, our go-to behavior analyst and body language expert. I couldn't wait to talk to you tonight because this video is so very interesting. We can see his face. What do you make of his demeanor? Did he seem nervous to you? He admits he was speeding, knew the exact speed he was going, seems to be trying to charm the cop, and actually, in some parts, seems to be trying to dress him down, trying to be smarter than he is, right?
Well, in a situation like this, you're looking at what I call controlled calm. When a situation happens, he's most likely he's coming back from that house, from a case in the house, from what I understand, and he's got all these things on his mind. Is this guy? Am I being tracked? Do they know I'm doing that? what's happened in the situation. Most people in a situation like this, they'll fidget and they'll talk a whole lot and they'll blink a lot. His blink rate is very low. The normal blink rate for a person is 15 to 20 times a minute. Throughout both of those sections of the video, we see him blink altogether 5 times.
Wow.
So that tells us his brain is on and wants to watch everything that's going on. He's totally focused on the police officer, which we should all be when we're being pulled over. But he's got super focus on the officer at this point.
Okay, that is wild. Blink rate. I didn't even think to count the number of blinks, but that's really interesting and fascinating to think about what he might have been doing. And most of us, our hearts beat a little bit fast if you get pulled over and if you're dealing with that situation. He admitted he wasn't wearing his seatbelt to the deputy. I don't know, surprised he'd be honest about that. He was later asked what would have happened if he lied about it. Is that weird? Do you think he was testing the system? It seems like he was, kind of poking him a little bit.
With a person like this, you're most likely dealing with, from what we know now, we know he's most likely autistic. He has autism, but he's most likely a psychopath as well. And what a psychopath will do, they'll try to connect with you. So he's trying to talk to this cop, saying anything he can that's relating to his job, so he'll have something to talk to him about. So he'll have to have a connection there, because psychopaths are very charming. He doesn't seem charming, but he's trying to connect with this police officer. That's why he's asking questions like that, especially when he says, as you can see, I'm being honest. Because he asked him a question and he could have lied about it. It's a simple thing. It's a seatbelt. It's not that big a deal.
And he's not trying to get out of that ticket that he's about to get, what is it, for $10? The deputy also asked his phone number. He seemed a little upset by that. He said, yeah, why? What did you make of that part?
Well, that's an odd exchange there, because when he asks, why do you want to know? He may be wondering if he's going to be tracked. He may be wondering if there's something that's come up that he's not aware of, because remember, he was taking classes in college about crime and the way criminals act. That was sort of his hobby, was studying that. So he's trying to create the perfect crime, the perfect murder by doing this and getting away with it. So he may be wondering, maybe something there is new that I don't know about. And that's why he's asking him why he wants his number, because I've never been asked for my number before, and he probably hasn't either. So he may be under the impression this is something new, and maybe it's something he needs to start thinking about and looking into to make sure he stays safe coming out of his crime whenever he does it.
Yeah, it seemed like he was trying to outsmart him in some parts of that video surveillance that we saw there, the body cam. Anything else that makes it seem like he was worried, just in case he was surveilling this house? Is that what you picked up on? Do you think that is what he was doing, or maybe what he was concerned about?
I don't know exactly where he is on this road, but I'm sure he's collecting as much information as he possibly can. Serial killers, or in situations like this, they'll plan these things out, obviously, months ahead of time. And they'll case the place, they'll watch the person or the people to see what's happening. For example, the BTK killer, he would call them projects, and he would watch them for weeks to see what their habits were and what they did. So he may have a little pattern he's been following the whole time when he goes to check on these houses. And he's probably wondering if there's another way he can be tracked, because he's very calm during this. He doesn't seem upset, nothing. Of course, which would go along the lines of a psychopath, because a psychopath, it's really tough to get them upset and to get them worried about something, stressed.
It's just fascinating. Scott Rouse, we thank you so much for being here as always, and we'll talk again soon. Appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So you've just seen that interaction between Kohberger and the police officer during that traffic stop. And as you've seen, what stands out isn't just what he says, but how he acts when he says it. It's his tone of voice, his posture, the words he chooses, the structure of his sentences, and his blink rate. These are all the little things he uses to manage this situation. And these little details give us a better understanding of how he reacts under pressure. And times like these are crucial for law enforcement and investigators, because we get a raw, unfiltered glimpse into his personality and psychology. Now, let me know in the comments what stood out to you. Is there something I missed? Or something you saw that I didn't see? And for real, let me know, because I do read the comments. All right, if you have any questions about body language, just email me, bodylanguagequestions@gmail.com, and I'll get right on it.